Okay, so
Yeah.
so how much time went on between you graduating high school and becoming a stripper? Was this like a seamless transition?
I was already first.
Starting at what age?
I can say it.
Just round up a little.
Un-
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So I had a guy and I used to sell drugs for him outside of this little screen window that we would cut a hole out of right down the street from me because I was living in my aunt's garage. And one day he was talking about like, I want to be I want to be but he's like, this is how people are making money, da 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 da. And he was like, so I'm trying to get these two girls to sign up. Would you pretend like I'm you to get them to sign up? He's like, you could keep all the money. I just want to show them like this is
your
like
reference.
this could be you, kind of thing. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll make some money too. Fuck it, yeah.
And you've been dating this guy for
No,
how
it
long?
wasn't dating. It was just my homie.
Oh, and you were helping him sell drugs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just a down ass bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have lived a crazy life.
Yeah,
Oh
this
my
is a
God.
wild story. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I was like, yeah, fuck it. What do I have to do? And he's like, all right, so we got to go get condoms. We got to pick the girls up, get cute, and do your makeup, blah, blah, blah. Like, act like you know what's going on. And I'm like, okay, I don't know what the fuck is going on, but okay. And this is during the time when that Iggy Azalea song came out, the No Money, No Family, 16 in the Middle Miami song came out.
That's the craziest way anyone has ever pronounced Iggy Azalea.
Or Iggy
Azalea.
Well,
I can't say it the way you just said it.
So I was listening to that song when I was getting ready, and I was like, I got this. And then he picked me up. He's like, all right, I got the two girls. So we went to like this stereo shop where they sell like subwoofers and stuff.
Of course.
And it was like this short, little chunky, like little paisa. And I was like, oh, this is real. So I had my little like banana flavored condom. And I remember I was like putting it on his wiener and I was like this. I was like,
in the hotel?
no, inside of his speaker shop.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I was like,
oh, he owned it.
Yeah.
He could just do whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I was just like putting it on him and I didn't know what to do. I literally gave him like head for like 2 minutes. And then after that he busted and then he gave me $800. And then like, oh, the guy, he was like, just give me like 100 in front of them. And I was like, okay. So I gave him 100 and he's like, see, this could be you guys. Like, you guys could be making money with me. Like me and Lacey haven't do, And so like, that was my first experience. And then after that, I was like, oh, I could be doing this. And that's just kind of how I got myself into doing it. I was working at the gym and then some guys would come in and I would kind of be like flirting with them. And then, yeah, just that's how it like started.
So many questions. But so was your overall feeling of like, holy shit, I just made $800, which realistically for a lot of people is like a couple weeks at work.
And making that in like 3 minutes. But making that amount at that age.
Yeah, that's a lot of money when you're like.
Yeah.
Had you had a relationship up until this point in your life with a dude, like a boyfriend girlfriend relationship?
Oh yeah, I was in a like 5-year relationship with a boy, but I think we had just broken up when that had happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering how this like reframes your view of men and relationships with men, because that's like oh, this guy money, and then you're telling me you meet guys at the gym, and then did you try to get them to give you money?
Yeah, everything was money after that for me. Yeah,
that's crazy. I never really like ran into the position with a girl where I'd be like hollering at her and then she'd just be like, all right, you got to give me money. Like luckily I just didn't end up around that crowd, I guess.
It would depend on the guy. If it was like an older guy and you just like know the difference between like a guy you could have chemistry with and then a guy that was just being perverted because he knew you were super young.
So
and
you just
like,
you hit on every guy.
Yeah.
And then just make most of them pay.
Yeah.
Holy fuck, that's crazy. Did you just fully like submerge yourself in the life after that?
100% on my own, renegade, proud to say, never had an actual real like.
Really?
Yeah.
And you're just doing your thing online? Or?
There were times where I was just on certain websites and scary to say, I would have like 10 to 15 guys come in and out within one day, not even knowing who's going to come in. Sometimes I would have a girlfriend sit in the bathtub and hide and we would switch off, or I would book a room next to one of my girls and we would do like a secret kind of knock like code thing just in case. But yeah.
How many bad situations do you have?
I would say 4.
Out of how many years?
Out of years of doing it, years and years and years of doing it.
And what's a bad situation look like?
There was a guy that had locked me in his bathroom. Like on the outside, he had a lock already.
Oh wow!
But
you went to his
punched
place?
through his window and made such a like, I made such such a noise. Like, he basically like unlocked the door and he ran out the house and left. I don't even think it was his house. I don't know if it was an Airbnb or
Having a lock on the outside of the bathroom is pretty
Yeah.
wild, though.
Yeah, that's so fucking.
yeah, I have no
Because
idea.
what reason could you ever have to have that besides like
Mhm.
trapping someone?
And then there were times like where me and my girlfriend would just not want to do it, so we would just wait for them to get undressed and then run out the house with the money. So one time I had my girlfriend, she was like, "Hey, I'm gonna get him super fucked up." He got undressed, and then she texted me, she sent me like an emoji, so that just meant like turn on your car and get ready and have the door open. She ran out the door, and this is the first time because we did it multiple times. He ran outside butt naked, chasing her, and it was like a movie. This sounds fake, I promise. Even if I could call her right now, she would answer and be like, "This is what happened."
Naked
She
guy
got
running
in the
after a
car
car sounds like a movie.
flung her underwear at him and said, "So long, sucker."
Oh my god.
And we drove off so fast, and he was such a bitch for her that he still hit her up like a month later. He was like, "I miss you," and I was like, "No, this is a setup. He's gonna kill you." But he really hit her up after that still.
And how much money did you guys get out of that?
Oh, I don't know. I think she got like $500 and like ran out.
Yeah,
Because that didn't involve me being in there with her. I was the driver.
Getaway
That's
driver.
I was
insane.
the getaway driver, yeah.
Okay,
Do
so
you feel like you've always been this willing to risk things in your life? Just like
yes,
high
I feel
risk
like,
tolerance.
high
I
risk
feel
tolerance.
like
Yes.
I never had anything growing up. I never had anyone helping me. I've always been like homeless for the most part of my childhood. So I was like, I'm gonna get out of this some way.
Wait, your parents were just kind of not around?
Yeah, one was locked up for a really long time, and then my mom she was homeless and on drugs and just kind of not doing good, and I was tired of sleeping in cars and hotels with her, and I just took off and lived in my aunt's garage for a little while. And
So
that's when I started
while
doing
you're, are you also getting loaded?
no, I actually did my first 3 years completely sober.
Oh,
It was when I got into the
it's kind of rare, right?
yeah, it was when I got into the dancing industry is when I was like,
Really?
oh shit, because
See, people wouldn't think that.
you're dealing with more like just fucked up people
In the
like
strip club?
saying disgusting things to you in the strip club, and it's just like when it's every day, and I used to do doubles and it's all day, it would get to my head a lot, so I would have to
How
dose up
much
a little bit on some.
before we graduate past the era? How much interaction with the police are you having? Because I feel like in Palm Springs, it's not really. The population isn't so huge that they could probably like monitor the online ads for this type of thing and like keep an eye on the problem, right? Or did you have no
For
interaction?
me,
with
I
them?
was actually going more into Arizona and doing it.
How far a drive was that?
That was about like a 3.5 hour drive for me.
Oh, okay.
Was
But
just
when I-
less risky over there, or there's
Yeah,
more
and
money?
then I would come out to LA. Like I was bouncing around doing it, not just in Palm Springs. I was kind of just
Sounds
getting
fun.
hotels in different. Yeah, I literally was like stripping and road tripping. Like that's
Okay.
I was a gypsy with it.